Abandoned and injured parrots get a new lease on life every day, thanks to some compassionate folks at Feathered Friends Forever, a sanctuary in the community of Harlem, Georgia, located southeast of Atlanta.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. The rescue started with Ron Johnson and his wife Tammy and a few birds in their house. They've outgrown it 4 times and moved here to the Harlem facility about 5 years ago. It's a 10-acre site, and in the future it will be expanded out to accommodate well over 1,000 birds.
We were founded in 1998 with an inventory now here in Georgia of roughly 807 birds. We take birds in from all of the states, local as far as Alaska, and provide them with permanent housing, temporary housing, medical needs, and general facility for unwanted, discarded, abandoned, and abused parrots.
This is our newest cockatoo flight. It features a waterfall, stream, misting system, separate feeder area, swings, natural wood perches, as well as cement perches for their nails. Hi, Cody. What are you doing, Cody? The one thing they all have in common is they love attention. Welcome to Amazon Alley. We have 2 flights up here that were originally put in by the Amazon Bird Society. They're home to a number of different species of Amazons, and they also have their own toys and water systems and misting systems to keep them cool. This is Milo. When Milo was purchased, the pet store owner told the buyer that if you don't want to smell bird, line his cage with cedar bedding. Well, as you know, cedar bedding kills fleas and ticks and things like that. It also kills feather follicles. So Milo survived 11 years, butt naked. The vet said Milo's a plucker, but we all know that birds can't pluck their own head. So he's kind of our little Groucho Marx guy. He's growing his feathers back the longer he's here. Come here, Milo. Are you a pretty bird? Did I get a kiss? Hello? This is our 100-foot flight. It's the longest one on site, and it's home to about 125 cockatiels, a few ringnecks, a couple cockatoos, and some other birds. It looks like a little piece of Australia. Well, every once in a while, some of these guys here decide it's time for a good old flock flight. And with 100 feet, they can all get out, stretch their wings, stay exercised, stay in good shape, be happy, healthy birds. This is the bad boy flight. These birds are not very social. Some of them have been mistreated, mishandled, or in some cases placed in cages that were much too small for them. You can imagine being trapped in a small cell or a very small room by yourself and isolated, what you would go through. And the birds, since they share most of our same emotions and thought processes, they can similarly get a little bit upset and get socially misadjusted. As you can tell looking at Cosmo, he had a little bit of a plucking issue. The small wound on his chest was triple that size when he got here. With a little bit of love and attention, and his collar, which as you can see keeps him away from picking it, it'll heal all up, he'll get all his feathers back, and he's really a wonderful, wonderful little bird. Murray's showing off. He went into play. We didn't give him enough attention when we went by, so here he's coming back out. He wants to be a movie star. I think that's his life ambition. He can open and close his own door. Now this is our most unique pair. The blue and gold is named Hannah. Hannah's blind in her left eye, and she adopted Coca, the little conure. She would go out, let Coca out, and when you'd find her, Coca would be tucked up under her wing, or Hannah would try to climb down into the little conure's cage. So we put them both together in here. They're inseparable. And actually, Coca's owner had Coca here at Birdie Camp and decided that this is such a beautiful relationship that now Coca's a supported resident.
Hundreds of birds reside here and at affiliate sites, all lovingly cared for by volunteers.
Some of these birds have a life expectancy 90 to 100 plus years. At this point in time, we have about 207 birds that are willed to us from owners that are still alive and still own the birds. We have 5 here now from birds that have actually outlived the owners. So it's a problem that's ongoing, and with lack of education, it's not going to change.
Feathered Friends Forever is considered the largest parrot rescue in America. It relies on the goodwill and donations of caring individuals to stay open. The dedicated folks who serve as volunteers are truly animal rescue heroes.
So Ron, what got you to create this program?
In 1966.
When you were 7?
I wish I could say that one. It was a matter of join the military voluntarily or join it with no choice. At that point in time, I had the basic option of Army or Marines, and being the fact that I was born and raised in Chicago, the Army just didn't suit my personality, so I went ahead and joined the Marines.
So did you do PI or did you do Disneyland?
I did Disneyland.
Disneyland. Oh, God, a Hollywood Marine.
Hollywood Marine.
Got up at 10 o'clock, knocked off at 2.
And had the world's biggest sand pit. Yeah. I had 2 parrots at that time that I had to rehome. And there was a real struggle trying to find, I want to use the term, adults that were capable of understanding their wants, their needs, and their mentality, rather than a younger person that says, oh, I want this big bird sitting on my shoulder. Well, when I finally found them a home, I made this promise that said somehow, somewhere, someday, I'll make it up to every bird that needs a home.
Well, let me ask you a question. What is the basic characteristic of a parrot or a bird? I mean, what is this? What did you learn in having them that made you so concerned about who would be the reparents?
They, for the most part, are a 3 to 4 year old child for somewhere between 40 and 100 years, with a mentality and the capability to understand more than anybody ever gives them credit for.
I agree.
I have one bird at the rescue that
wait, I'm going to go back to your 2 original birds, because what people have to understand is why in the world we would be doing this. You know, maybe you think one of those parrots are calling you?
No, but they have been known to do that. People.
What did you learn from these birds?
I'm trying to figure out how to put it. It's a tranquility.
It's a good word. Harmony with nature?
Yeah, they have the capability to hold a conversation with you on an intelligent level.
That's an absolutely and utterly remarkable statement, but watching your heritage, excuse me, and your history and your relationship, especially when we were looking at the video, then the words that you're saying carries far more impact, knowing that you have 1,300 of these, and it's been since you were a kid, a lifetime of relationships with parrots.
Yeah, it's rewarding. It's something that can bond to you, and you bond to it far beyond any other animal that I've ever dealt with.
And see, Mel has this this beautiful bird of his, I think.
Yeah, Tasha's here sitting on my shoulder.
Okay. What you're describing, Ron, is this is a relationship that Melvin and Alice, David, have all become to associate with this parrot. That's why he's pushing so hard to create awareness. Everybody who's ever served in the military, listen to this. And everyone who has a child or who has a brother or a sister who's serving or who's ever served, if you listen to what Ron is saying and you listen to the conversations between these people, and to not support this, you know, it takes him $500 a day, everybody. It takes him $500 a day. To not support this and not to reach down at this time and to not only support it from a financial point of view, but get involved. Bring your kids. Bring somebody who's going through a troubled situation. We all have kids and grandkids in worlds full of madness. They're full of madness. An afternoon at Ron's, maybe with a little project, working alongside a veteran, paying attention to these birds, could make an entirely complete, life-changing event in their life, because it's happened to Ron and Mel and Alice.
It has with several autistic children.
Well, see, that's what I was going to come to, but we're not doctors. We don't, we're not practicing medicine, but anytime you can commune autism and dolphins, okay, and now autism and parrots, this is a chance and an opportunity for a person and a family, especially for a father and a mother who have troubled kids, to see what happens.
We had one case of both military and autistic. His father is a colonel.
Well, you know he's autistic.
I've seen that boy.
Right.
He's a damn colonel. He's a damn colonel.
The only thing he did in
was he full bird?
Full bird. The only thing he did was sign military checks. He was in payroll. Had an autistic
Well, I like him
son.
already.
Dan, I've seen this kid. The
brought him out
interaction.
to
Hold
the
on, wait.
rescue.
What, Mel?
I've seen this kid, and the interaction between this boy and these birds has made him come out of a shell. And I heard his daddy. I was over there, and his dad was thanking Ron and Bob and the rest of the crew over there for the difference that he's made in his son's life.